Welcome to the G.L.O.E podcast, where we talk all things God, life, the ups and downs, organization, because chaos is not cute, and entrepreneurship, aka chasing those dreams. Here, we glow boldly and live purposefully. I'm your host, Angel, and around here, we keep it real, mixing faith, strategy, and a few laughs along the way. Whether you're trying to get your business together, organize your life, or just need a little motivation, you're in the right place. If you've been hanging around for a while, welcome back, and I hope you bought a friend. If you're new here, welcome. Get comfy and stay a while. Today, we are talking about getting yourself together, health-wise and finance-wise. This episode isn't about perfection. It's about progress and taking real steps towards being well in every aspect of your life. It's about when you know better, but you're still not doing better. In 2014, I was told that I had type 2 diabetes, and I wish that I could tell you all that right then and there. I looked up everything about diabetes and I started taking the necessary steps to do what I needed to do, but I didn't. Part of it was because my doctor at the time made it seem like it wasn't a big deal. My dad has type 2 diabetes, and I told the doctor about that, and he was like, "Oh, okay, well, whenever you see your dad, just get him to check your blood sugar every now and then. You should be fine." And I was like, "Oh, okay. The doctor's not making a big deal about it, so why should I?" And then the other part of it was that I felt like if I just ignored it, it would go away. Newsflash, it didn't. I still have it. um, but then in 2015, when I got pregnant, the doctors kept asking me because at this time, of course, it's on my record, and the doctors are like, "Well, are you sure that you have type 2 diabetes? Because it seems well managed, well controlled. Your blood work always looks good. Your numbers always look good." And I had not changed my diet. I had not started exercising more. I had not made any type of lifestyle changes from 2014 when they told me until going through my whole pregnancy. So that was all that I needed to hear in my mind was like, "Oh, I'm not doing anything different and everything is manageable. So I'm good to go. I'm not worried about it." And I just kept doing what I was doing. And so I believe in like maybe 2017, it was shortly after we moved to Charleston, and I was going to a new doctor, and my A1C had shot up, and your A1C is your average blood sugar levels over a 2 to 3 month time frame. I usually go every 3 to 4 months to get mine checked based on my doctor's recommendation. And the new doctor, he didn't seem too concerned about it either. He just kept telling me to change my lifestyle every time I would go. My numbers would be up more, and he'd be like, "Oh, well, let's just work on those lifestyle changes." And I was like, "Okay, cool. They're not concerned. I'm not concerned because there's a doctor, right? So if he's telling me everything's fine, everything should be fine." It was in 2019 when I realized that this thing was serious. No matter how much I ignored it, it was just not going to just up and go away. And what made me finally take it seriously was that my feet started tingling. And that is a big no-no for diabetics. Like if your feet are tingling, you need to get to the doctor ASAP. And when I told the doctor about this, he once again told me, he's like, "Oh, don't worry about it too much. It's not really a cause for concern. Just keep an eye on it." At this time, I was on no medication. And I finally realized that I was well past making lifestyle changes, diet and exercise, that I needed help and I needed to get this taken care of ASAP. I immediately found a new doctor. And I remember that when I was on the phone making the appointment, and I was telling the receptionist what was going on, and she was just completely flabbergasted. Like, she's like, "You told your doctor that your feet were tingling and you've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and he said not to worry about it?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "No, that's not good." And she got me in like the next week. The new doctor was great. She listened to me. She immediately got me on medication because she's like, "First, we have to get this under control." She's like, "Yes, diet and exercise will play a part in it, but we first need to get you on this medicine to help you start regulating things." So we got on medicine. I changed my eating habits. I started taking like walks around work on my lunch break, and things were going well. I got my A1C down, and it was great. For almost a year, my A1C was looking really good. But then life happened, and I slipped back into my old ways, the bad eating habits, the eating junk, eating any times of night, stuffing my face full of carbs. And my numbers kept going up, and I just wasn't doing anything about it. So the only way to control it was with more meds. I hated being on meds, but I also wasn't doing what I needed to do to get off of the meds. So it's like either do what you need to do or you're going to have to stay on these meds to control this. And even with me being on the meds, because I was not changing my lifestyle, I was not eating better, I was not working out, exercising, all of that, my numbers were either staying the same or they might actually slightly go up a little bit. They weren't going up too much, but they weren't really dropping that much either. Finally, 11 years after I was first diagnosed with type 2 diabetes and about 7 years after the feet tingling, I'm getting it together. I am finally working to get it together. I will say that I do take my meds. I have been doing much better with taking my meds like I'm supposed to. I do not check my blood sugar like I'm supposed to. I don't check it in the morning when I wake up. I don't check it before I eat or 2 hours after I eat. And I need to start doing better with that. I was doing it pretty regularly at one time when I got on a new medication because my blood sugar was always dropping really low and I could feel it, like your body gets really weak, you get really clammy, kind of feel like you're about to pass out. So I was doing it then, but once I got the medicine regulated, I stopped checking it regular. So I need to start back doing that. I do drink plenty of water. I joined the gym last year and then I quit the gym and then I joined again. And in the last month, I've really been working hard to make it a part of my routine because I was just kind of doing it sporadically. I would go once a week or once every other week. And I found some workout routines on Pinterest and I did a 4-week one. So I'm really looking to keep up my routine with the gym. And I'm also trying to find alternates to satisfy my sweet tooth. And I'm working to cut out the carbs. I'm also going to start seriously meal planning. I will say one thing that I discovered to kind of satisfy my sweet tooth a little bit. I actually discovered this a couple of years ago. If you get peanut butter and you get the chocolate, peanut butter and chocolate chips, and then you melt it in the microwave and you get an apple, y'all, it tastes like you're eating a Reese's on an apple. So for all of my people that love Reese's and maybe looking to an alternative for that, try it. It's amazing, I promise. But I did what so many of us do when we have something we would rather not have. I ignored it. I chose not to take my meds or check my blood sugar. I pretended like everything was fine because I looked and I felt fine. Honestly, I felt great. I didn't feel like anything was wrong with me. And even sometimes when I was eating something, I'd be like, ooh, I probably shouldn't be eating this, but I'm going to eat it anyways. But ignoring it, it does not make it go away. And when it comes to our health, we don't have the luxury of waiting until we feel like taking control of it or waiting until we feel really bad to do something about it, especially as women, as moms, as wives, caregivers, or whatever hat or hats it is that you may wear. Take your health seriously because taking care of our bodies, it is not a luxury, it's a requirement. Okay. So we talked about the health part of it. Now we're going to talk about my least favorite thing, the B word, and that is budgeting and financing. Y'all, I am by no means a financial planner. I am not about to give you a budget or tell you that you shouldn't go get a nice latte. If that's what you're looking for, I'm sorry, that is not what you're about to get here. I was doing girl math before girl math became a thing and it was a meme and everybody was going around talking about their girl math. I've been doing it for years, but I have finally accepted that girl math is not going to help me retire by 50 and stay retired. I've made some choices, just like I'm sure we all have, that felt good in the moment, but didn't serve me long term. I've had buyer's remorse many, many, many times. And it's usually on stuff that I can't return. But it's weird because I have buyer's remorse about small things, never big things. Like I'll buy a shirt and be like, I probably didn't really need that shirt. Or I'll order something. I'll be like, I really shouldn't have ordered that. I really didn't need that. But I've never had buyer's remorse about something big like my car. I've bought stuff just to feel better because I was in a bad mood and I was like, ooh, online shopping will make me feel better. Or to celebrate something. I'm like, oh, this went great. I should get this, or this is getting ready to happen. So I need to go out and buy something new for it. For my new job, I want a lanyard because I have like the real badge now. And I feel like it keeps getting caught on stuff and it's just really annoying. I went on Etsy and I saw all these cute lanyards with different charms. Then I went down this rabbit hole for like an hour and a half looking up lanyards with these charms on it. And of course, the one that I find where you can create your own, uh, it's $30. And I was like, do I really need a $30 lanyard? And then I said, well, I can create my own and I can make it what I want. So I was seriously hard down considering getting this $30 lanyard. The only reason that I had not ordered it yet is because I wanted to be able to see how it looked, and the shop is currently taking a break on their main website, so I couldn't see how it looked put together. The thing that stopped me and finally made me realize that I really don't need a $30 lanyard and I'll be perfectly fine with a $5 lanyard is that I saw that their shipping was $6 and I refused to pay $6. I'm already paying you $30. Why do I need to pay $6 for shipping? That is what stopped me, y'all. And these are the things that I'm trying to work on. Like that $5 lanyard that I saw is going to be just as good as that $36 lanyard. And I've ignored my budget, and then I've been surprised when I didn't have as much money as I thought I did. You know, you calculate, you'd be like, okay, well, this will go towards that, and that'll go towards that. And then at the end, I'll have this. And I'm always like, well, why don't I have this left over? Oh, because I bought a $30 lanyard. So you have to think about things like that. And at one time, I had even deleted like all of the shopping apps off of my phone, and it made my life so much easier because they weren't there. And when I felt like scrolling, it wasn't readily accessible to me just straight through the app. I have since put them back on. I'm not sure why I did. Maybe time to delete them again. But just like your health, the money stuff, it creeps up slowly until it's no longer slow and it's just full blown all in your face. And then you're sitting there like, where did I go wrong? And you probably went wrong about 15 Amazon packages or Target runs ago. But it's for another episode. No judgment here. Um, but taking care of our finances, just like taking care of our health, it's not a luxury. It's a requirement. The richest of the rich, they have money managers, financial planners, and investors. And a lot of them live modestly. You know the saying, that's how the rich stay rich. And while you may not be at a point in your finances where you can afford a money manager or a financial planner or an investment manager, you can still manage your finances. Log into your banking app or log onto your bank website and see where most of your money is going to each month. See what financial planning tools your banks offer. A lot of banks offer free financial planning tools for their customers. So check those out. Find ways that you can save money. You know, maybe order off Amazon 10 times instead of 15. Don't get the latte when you go to Target. Just go into Target and get what you need. Better yet, do a pickup order so that you don't have to go in there and end up getting unnecessary stuff. That's how I've saved a lot of money, is that I just do a pickup order and then I'll ask my husband to pick up the order. So there you go. No reason for me to even be in the Target parking lot. And, you know, it's the little things that may not be fun and they may be hard, but they'll help you reach your goals. So start taking your meds, start drinking your water, start following up with your doctor, using the gym membership that you're paying for. Because if you're not going to use it, that's just another waste of money. Get rid of it. Find another way to work out. Start saying no to spending just because something's on sale, and start asking yourself if this is a need or a want. And if it's a want, can it wait? I know it's slow, it's no fun, and sometimes it's frustrating, but it's necessary. Getting yourself together doesn't mean doing it all at once. It doesn't mean never falling off. What it means is choosing to get back up, show up differently, one decision at a time. Until next time, continue to glow boldly and live purposefully. Today's Bible verse is,
Hey God said, let there be a force melon in the midst of waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. Genesis 1:6, the Old Testament. Stick around and listen to G.L.O.E.
That's it for today's episode of the G.L.O.E podcast. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're walking away with something that fuels your journey. And remember, glow boldly, live purposefully, and I'll talk to you next time. Loving the G.L.O.E podcast? Let the world know. Head over to Apple Podcasts and leave a 5-star rating and review. It helps more amazing listeners like you find the show and gets us featured in other shows' recommendations.